Om Bhadram Karneebhih Shrunuyama Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatraah Sthirairangai Stushtvagam Sastanubhih Vyashema Devahitam Edayuhu Swasti na Indro Vriddhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedah Swasti nastarksho arishtanimihi Swasti no Brihaspatir dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Page number 42, Karika number 37. Grahana jagaritavat tadhetu swapnayishyate tadhetu tvatu tasyaiva sajjagaritamishhyate. One has to claim oneself as non-dual Brahman. I am that secondless consciousness existent principle. This knowledge, that is, I am Brahman, that all-pervading consciousness existent principle I am, this knowledge destroys that insecurity and sorrow in oneself. When a person is undergoing insecurity, unhappiness, or any sort of turmoil in the mind, at any time, at any place, that can be eliminated by this knowledge. This is the teaching of Vedanta. That means the Vedas have come to give this knowledge for humanity. Therefore, my purpose of studying Shastra must be what? Finally, Dukkha Nivritti. I want to be free from sorrow forever. That Dukkha Nivritti is possible only by knowledge. Not by any knowledge, but only by Brahma Jnanam, self-knowledge. That self-knowledge is possible only by studying that Upanishads, which are all talking about that Brahma Swarupam, methodically, systematically. It takes a length of time, it may take decades, not one decade, it may take decades, but worth to work for that knowledge. So the ultimate aim of a human being must be to know I am the secondless Advaitam Brahma who is free from sorrow. How can I assimilate that fact? By just understand this Jagat, what you are seeing, nothing but Brahman. I am seeing the name and form, this universe, differently. Just as I see the snake upon the rope because of adhyasa, because of mistake, because of error. Similarly, I see the world separate from the God, separate from that Brahman, separate from Ishvara. I see this universe separately. This Dvaita Prapancha, plurality, what I see as real is the cause for our sorrow. So therefore, you have to convert your vision from Dvaitam to Advaitam. The Dvaitam, what you are seeing, is not real. Just as you saw the snake upon the rope, is not real. It is your Brahma. It is your Bhranti. It is your misconception. It is your wrong perception. This wrong perception goes only by, there you put light, it will go. No, there is no serpent at all. You recognize. But in this case, when I look at this world as real, which is threatening me all the time, I think it is threatening me, exploiting me, it is causing me sorrow through the family members, through neighbors, through the objects. Somehow or other, I am always tortured by some people. Disturbed by some people or other. This thinking is the wrong thinking because I look at everyone other than Brahman. So therefore Gaudapada Acharya asking, understand this Jagrat Prapancha, what you are seeing is not real. It is only an appearance. This is appearance of Brahman alone. You are not seeing the in-hidden Brahman, but you are seeing only the Nama Rupa as real. Come out of this Bhranti. Come out of this Adhyasa. Come out of this misconception. Look at everything as Brahman. If you are not able to understand, I will give an example. The Jagarita Sthanam and Swapna Sthanam. Your own dream example you take. The dream is unreal. Is it separate from the waker? Never. But the dreamer thinking I am separate from the waker and thinking the dream objects are real and suffering in the dream also. Will manage to suffer in dream also, not in Jagrat alone. We manage to disappoint in dream also when you are in dream. I need not disappoint because of dream objects, dream disappointments. I need not disappoint when you recognize, when you come to waking state. Unless you come to your waking state, you cannot know that dream is unreal. Similarly, this Jagrat Prapancha also, what am I seeing, is another dream, second dream. But people never consider this is a dream. That alone is the dream. In the night I got the dream. Sometimes in the class also I may get the dreams. Not for you, just I am telling. Ramayana, Bharata, Kadamalla, when they are listening, they get dreams also. Not you, Mandukya students. So that alone is the dream. But this Jagrat waking state, how can it be the dream? I am seeing tangibly here. I cannot accept this Jagrat Prapancha as a dream. Unbelievable, unswallowable, unassimilable for me. Ido konja neram 1 hour for listening it is kekkaradhukku nanna irukum. Analu how can I accept this? Shruti Yukti Anubhav Pramanena, this Jagrat Prapanchaha Mithya Swapna Drishyavat. For that he is struggling, Gaudapada is struggling so much to make us to understand the same like the dream, this is also another dream. I am not able to accept. You cannot able to accept, you cannot swallow it as long as you take this body, mind as real. Because you are giving reality. The dreamer can never think dream is unreal. Similarly, waker can never think this wakerhood also is unreal. As long as you are a waker. Dreamer can never understand the dream is unreal. Similarly, waker can never accept or assimilate the waking state is unreal. Waker has to shift from wakerhood to Turiya Atma. Aham na Jagrat Purushaha, aham Turiya Atma asmi. From Turiya Atma standpoint alone, this Vyavaharika Prapancha, experientially real but factually unreal. But people consider what? This Jagrata Prapancha, Jagrata Avastha is real because of what? Why? The reason he gives here, Gaudapada Acharya. Why people consider this Jagrat Prapancha as real? They take this Jagrata Avastha as the Karanam for dream. Jagradavasthayam yad drishtam yashrutam tad janita vasanaya nidra samaye yad prapancham pratiyate tat swapnavastha. Whatever I have seen in my Jagradavastha, that alone is coming in the dream. Waking elephant, when I see the elephant in waking state, that will become a swapna gajaha. Swapna gajaha. Waking elephant become a dream elephant. Yat shrutam yat drishtam. Whatever I have seen, whatever I have experienced, that alone vasanas projection in the dream. Therefore, this waking world, waking experience, they take it as karanam, cause, hetu, for the dream. Dream becomes what? Karyam. Karana karyam. This is the cause. Waking experience, waking world experience, Jagradavastha experience is the cause for the dream world. Therefore, the dream is produced because of the waker. You yourself only said the waker alone is creating the dream. The dreamer cannot be separate from the waker. Yes, waker is alone appearing as a dreamer. He alone is projecting. Therefore, waker must be the karanam. The dreamer must be the product, karyam, effect. Therefore, waker and dreamer have got what sambandha? Karana karya sambandha. Therefore, what? Karanam must be satyam. Therefore, I accept this waking world is real because it is the cause of this dream world. That's what he says, you see. Swapnaha tadhetuhu grahanat. Swapnaha means the dream. Dream is considered. Ishyate means considered, taken as what? Tadhetuhu. Jagaritavat grahanat tadhetuhu. Like the waking state. Just as I am seeing the ocean in the waking state, I am seeing the ocean in the dream state. Just as I see the tree in the waking state, I see the tree in the dream state. Tree is green when I see in the waking state. That same tree appear as red in the dream? No. It appears as a green color tree only. Same size, same color, same impact fully. Jagaritavat grahanat. Exactly. My husband comes as it is intact in my dream. Jagaritavat grahanat. Son, daughter, Jagaritavat grahanat. Just as I have seen them in waking state, I am receiving them in dream state also, I am seeing them. Jagaritavat grahanat. Therefore what? Tadhetuhu ishyate. Tadhetu means swapna hetuhu. This Jagrat Prapancha experience is hetu, cause, to be the cause by the waking state. This dream is the waking state is the hetu for the dream. Therefore what? They won't stop with that. Therefore, because of this, my Jagrat experience must be real. That's, they say, Jagaritam tadhetutvat tasya eva. For that dreamer alone, since it is the cause of the dream, tadhetutvam means that swapna hetutvat, since this waking state is the cause of this dream world, tadhetutvat tasya eva, to the dreamer after waking up, no? The dreamer after woken up, I got the dream. The dream is because of this waking state. Therefore what? Jagaritam ishyate sat. This waking state is considered to be real. All ignorant people consider this waking state as real because this is the cause for the dream. Therefore, this is real. For that, Gaudapada Acharya brings another logic. What is that logic? Karana Karya Sambandha we accept temporarily, but really speaking, there is no Karya Karana Sambandha. Karya Karana Sambandha is not real, actually. In a cause alone appearing as effect. How can there be Karana Karyamana Rundu irukkanum? Rendu irundadane relation varum. Sambandhana Sambandha Dvikotikah. Sambandha means two things must be there. Okay. There are no two things. How can you talk about the Sambandha? Just like this pot and clay. Clay is the Karanam, pot is an effect. This effect pot is the Karyam product. This is what we are teaching, no? Clay is the Upadana Karanam, pot maker is the Nimitta Karanam, and the pot is an effect, product. Nanna irukku kekkuradhukku. On inquiry, you come to know there is no pot at all other than clay. Relation irukkanumanna, there must be two things. Between one thing there cannot be any relation. Relation is not possible. Sambandhi is always two, no? Sambandhi is not possible in a one person. Since the clay alone is appearing as a pot, there is no pot, separate substance other than clay. You cannot talk about the relation. Clay alone is appearing as the pot. Therefore, pot is nothing but clay. Therefore, there is no effect called pot. There is no product at all. Once there is no product, real product pot, really, what you are seeing only mannu, the mridu, clay alone in the form of pot. It is not a substance, separate entity other than clay. Therefore, what? Therefore, only one thing, clay alone was there, clay alone is, clay alone will be. Therefore, no Karya Karana Sambandha. There are no two things. Clay part puriyalana chain, kaluthula irukra chain paathukonga. Gold and ornament. Is ornament separate from the gold? Never. Ornament is not separate from the gold. Gold alone appearing as an ornament. Gold alone is appearing as an ornament. Ornament is not a separate substance. There are no two things. Therefore, you cannot say gold is the cause, karanam, chain is an effect, karyam, karya karana sambandha. Between same gold, there is no chain at all. How can you call karya karana sambandha? Relation. Therefore, karya karana sambandha also I will not accept. That is only for teaching purpose. Really speaking, எல்லாமே நெகேட் பண்ணி போக வேண்டியது. நம்ம இன்டர்பிரேட் பண்ணது எல்லாமே we have to negate. உபாதான காரணம், நிமித்த காரணம் என்ன சொன்னோம்? இப்போ செயின் பாட்டுக்களே நோ காரிய காரண சம்பந்தா. செயின் கோல்டு நோ காரிய காரண சம்பந்தா. வாட் அபவுட் ட்ரீமர் அண்ட் வேக்கர்? Waker alone is a dreamer. There is no separate dreamer other than waker. There is no separate dreamer other than waker. Therefore, waker alone appearing as a dreamer. I alone was the dreamer in the night. Now I alone am the waker. அப்போ ட்ரீமர் தனியா இருந்தா என்னோட விட நான் வேக்கர் பார்த்துன்னு இருக்கணுமே. So dreamer never accept the waker. Waker have forgotten that totally as waker. Dreamer is a dreamer. Waker is waker. డ్రీమర్లో వేకర్ தெரியுமா? వేకర్లో డ్రీమర్ జ్ఞాపకం இருக்கா? Because they are only one. That's why dreamer is not here now. Waker was not there as a dreamer. He was there. Waker was not there in dream. Dreamer was there. Now dreamer is not here. Who is here? Waker. That means exclusive, inclusive. ரெண்டு சொல்றது கஷ்டம். இன்க்ளூசிவ் சொல்ல முடியாது, எக்ஸ்க்ளூசிவ் சொல்ல முடியாது. ஏன்னா வேக்கர் alone is a dreamer, dreamer alone is waker. How can you talk between them? Karyakarana sambandha, cause effect relation. I won't accept Karyakarana sambandha at all. Where is the question of Karanatvam to Jagrat Prapancha and Satyatvam? If you take it is Karanam, therefore Satyam. If you say, oh my dear student, I say there is no Karyakarana sambandha itself. Where is the question of Satyatvam? Therefore Jagrat is also is unreal. And I want to give the important idea, very very important idea. If suppose they say Jagrat is real, because this is the cause for dreamer. இப்போ சொன்னதெல்லாம் ஒரு பாயிண்ட், ஒரு ஸ்டேஜ் ஆஃப் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங். நவ் ஐ எம் டேக்கிங் யூ, லிஃப்டிங், எலிவேட்டிங் யூ டு another stage. What is that? You are telling, we are asking the person, Purvapakshi, you are telling this waking world is Satyam because it is the cause for a dream. What type of dream I am asking? Dream is unreal. Can this waking is Satyam? Is it not? Ellarku in the waking is Satyam, dream is Mithya. If you say Karana Karya Sambandha, your Karanam is Satyam, waking world, dream is Mithya, unreal. How from a real Karanam, unreal dream can come? From real waking state. Waker only cause for the dreamer, you said. Who is asking? We the Advaitins are asking the people who are giving reality to the world. We the Advaitins are asking the people who are giving reality to the world. What we are asking? You people are thinking this world is real because it is the cause for dream. Dream is unreal. This is the Karanam. If it is real, from real cause, how an unreal product can come? Unreal product veradayena. From real cause, real product should come. What is the product? Swapnam. But your Swapna is unreal. Therefore, what? Last class, I have concluded with two statements. Either you have to accept Swapnam poi. அதனால உங்களோட காரணமான ஜெகத்து கூட பொய்யா இருக்கணும், ஆக்செப்ட் பண்ணணும். இல்லைன்னா இந்த ஜாகிரத சத்தியம் உன்னுடைய கனவு கூட சத்தியமா இருக்கணும். காரண காரணம் ரெண்டுமே சேம் ஆர்டர் ஆஃப் ரியாலிட்டி இருக்கணுமா வேண்டாமா? எஸ்டர்டே யூ saw the chain, gold chain in the dream, and the Travancore ராஜா கோல்டு வந்த மாதிரி நமக்கு கூட கோல்டு வந்ததை நினைச்சுக்கோங்களேன் ஸ்வப்னத்தில். That chain gold, are you having now? Are you having whatever you saw in the dream? No. So that is mithya. If this is satyam, that also must be satyam. Adi satyame అని சொல்ல முடியாது. என்ன ஸ்வப்னம். Therefore, this must be real. అది సత్యమా ఆహణం, ఇది సత్యం இருக்கணும்னா, ఇది జాగ్రత్త సత్యం అని சொன்னா అది సత్యం ఆహణం. అది సత్యం ఆక முடியுமா స్వప్నத்தை? So karyam is unreal, therefore its cause also must be what? சுத்தமா சொல்லுங்க, unreal. Since karyam, dream is unreal, its cause, that waking world is must be unreal. If you accept karya karana sambandha, karya karana ni chonna ఇది కూడా పొయ్యని ఒత్తుకడం అన్నారు. புரியுறதா? ఇది ஒரு way of presentation. Now next point, he is counter arguing, he is arguing with us. When I say, since you cannot say dream is unreal, dream is real, you cannot say dream is unreal, therefore you have to accept that waking world is also unreal, I have asked. That means we the Dvaitins asked them. Since dream is unreal, its karanam is Jagrat is unreal అని நாம சொல்லிட்டோம். அவன் ஒத்துக்கணும் இப்போ unreal అని. அவன் வரா இப்போ யாரு? அப்போனிஸ்ட், பூர்வபக்ஷி. ஓகே, this world is unreal. ஒத்துக்கிறேன். For a time being, I ஒத்துக்கிறேன். For your sake, that பூர்வபக்ஷி is arguing with us, I'll accept you, this world is unreal. You are in trouble. If you say that, you are in trouble. He is asking us, what is the trouble? World is unreal, you are telling. This waking world is unreal. What is the Upanishadic teaching? Tasmadva etasmad atmanaha akashas sambhutaha akashad vayuhu vayoragnihi agnirapaha advyah prithvi prithivyam oshadayeha oshadibhyonnam annat purushaha. Even Brahma Sutra, second Sutra, Janmadhyasya Yataha. From Brahman alone, this world has come into existence. The whole creation is born out of Brahman. Upanishad said. Once this world is the product of Brahman, when you say this is unreal, your Brahman must be unreal. దానికి దీనికి సరిపోయింది. If I accept this world as also real, unreal, like a dream, this world came out of whom? Brahman. Upanishad itself says, Brahma Sutra, Vyasacharya himself said, Janmadhyasya yataha. From Brahman alone this world has come. Padosya vishwa bhutani tripadasyam divi. Everything born out of Brahman, everything born out of Ishvara. This world is unreal. If you say unreal universe, how it can come from the real Brahman? இப்ப என்ன சொல்லணும்? பிரம்மன் ரியல் சொன்னா என்ன புரியுறதோ? ஆர் யூ என்ஜாயிங்? வேர்ல்ட் ரியல் சொல்லணும். திஸ் கிரியேஷன், என்டையர் கிரியேஷன் மஸ்ட் பி ரியல் சொல்லணும். ஆர் if you say this world is unreal, creation is unreal, all are unreal, பிரம்மன் என்ன ஆயிடுவா? అన్రియల్. క్యాజువాలిటీ நமக்கு ஏன்னா எமர்ஜென்சி வார்டுல போய் ஆகணும், அவ்வளவு டேஞ்சர். See, they are also intelligent. You cannot argue just like that. When we are doing one statement, immediately they catch and they argue. What answer you can give? When you say Jagrata is unreal, like dream is unreal because it is the cause of the dream, therefore this is unreal. Okay, if I accept Jagrata is also unreal, your Brahman who is the cause of this creation is also must be unreal. You don't like to accept Brahman as unreal. Brahman satyam satyam ani adichindirikkile. Satyam Brahma ani. So you cannot accept what? This Jagat as real you cannot accept. Brahman as real you cannot accept. Ipo ennada panna porede? We have to answer that. Yes, this world is unreal. What about Brahman, the cause of this universe? Who said? I have never said Brahman is the real cause of this universe. Brahman is the real cause of this universe, I have never said. Vedanti never said Brahman is the real cause. But what are those statements? Those statements are only for teaching purpose. We never accept Brahman is the real cause. Brahman is not the parinami karanam. Brahman is not either upadana karanam or nimitta karanam or anything. That is only for teaching purpose we introduce the creation. It is only for teaching purpose. Then what? Our Brahman is vivarta karanam. Vivarta karanam. What do you mean by vivarta karanam? Swarupa Rupantara apatti vinana. Swarupa aparithyagena rupantara apattihi. My Brahman, without undergoing any change, upon my Brahman this entire universe appears. So there is no Brahman. Turiya Atma is neither cause, the world is neither effect. What about this Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna? What about this Virat, Hiranyagarbha, Ishvarana? They are only names given to Brahman. Pradhamah Pada, Dvitiyah Pada, Tritiyah Pada are only names given to Brahman. That Turiya Atma, just as the gold has got the name chain, bangle, ring. Similarly, Brahman also got the Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna at individual level. Virat, Hiranyagarbha, Ishvara at a total level. They are only names. Then what? Then what? There is no dreamer, there is no waker, there is no even sleeper. All are different names, only avastha bhedam appearing in Brahman. What is there? Brahman was, Brahman is, Brahman ever will be. You are that Brahman. You are the Brahman, Turiya Atma, as appearing as waker now. You are playing waker role. Brahman, Turiya Atma, playing the waker role, listening about himself. Turiya Atma. Mandukyopanishad class la ukkarandi, and the Brahmane vekara ukkarandi, listening about himself. Dreamer irundhe experiencing dream objects. Sleeper irundhe experiencing aham sukham asvapsam. That is the only fact. The fact, the only fact. There is no other fact. So this now, how we have escaped from the problem, you see? Just you must have strength to fight with that wrestler, no? Wrestler in the sense, in our own intellect. Don't think a Purapakshi means some person is standing and questioning. Purapakshi is only in your own mind. A thought comes. How can I accept this world is unreal? World cannot be real. Impossible. Next is Karika. We will read. Utpadasya prasiddhatvat ajam sarva mudahritam nacha bhutada bhutasya sambhavosti kathanchana. This Karika you can connect to 22nd Karika, same idea. Swato va parato vapi nakinchit vastu jayate. The same Alata Shantra Prakaranam, 22nd Karika. Sadasad dvapi nakinchit vastu jayate. The same idea you have to recollect here. In different words he is presenting. Utpadasya prasiddhatvam. Utpadasya means since birth. Aprasiddhatvat. Utpadasya aprasiddhat. Dirgha is there. So Utpadasya plus aprasiddhatvat. Since the birth is not established. Birth is not established. What? Pot birth is not established. Pot, real birth of pot is not established. Why? There is no pot. Chain birth is not established. Why? Gold alone appearing in the chain form. Dreamer birth you cannot establish. There is no real dreamer born. Why? Waker alone appearing as dreamer. Where is the question of real birth? Real birth to dreamer, real birth to chain, real birth to pot you cannot establish. Adhe madri, real birth of this universe you cannot establish. You cannot establish. How? What we saw there, pot was not there, suppose. Pot is born, you say. Pot is born. That means before the birth of pot, pot was not there. Pot is newly born. Suppose you say, what will happen? Non-existent pot is born. Is it not? Non-existent pot alone is born. How can a non-existent thing can born? Tell me. How can a non-existent pot can born? இல்லாதது பிறக்குமா? சொல்லுங்க. இல்லாத ஒரு பொருள் பிறக்க முடியுமா? முடியாது. அப்போ ஓகே, non-existent part is not born, existent part alone is born. மிருதுல ஒரு பாட்டு இருந்தது முன்னாடி, அந்த பாட்டு தான் இருக்கிற பாட்டு தான் born சொன்ன. why existent part has to born? Existent part need not born. Non-existent part cannot born and existent part need not born. Either way, birth cannot be established. Either way, birth cannot be established. You have to think, dwell upon that, masticate, assimilate பண்ணணும் நிறைய இந்த ஐடியாஸ். பாட்டு செய்யணும், ரெண்டு முன்னாடி வச்சுட்டு பார்த்துட்டே இருங்கோ. ஒரு ட்ரீமர் இந்த மாதிரி எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ் வச்சு அப்படியே எஸ்டிமேட் பண்ணணும். ஸோ a non-existent pot cannot born. என்னன்னா born சொன்னாலே verb, pot is noun, non-existent. A non-existent noun, how can it born? The subject pot is going to born, not existent. A non-existent noun, how can it born, take birth? No. Non-existent mother give birth to a child? A non-existent mother can give birth to a child. Existent mother alone can give birth to the child. That means what? A non-existent pot cannot born. An existent pot alone can born. Suppose you say second, existent pot need not born. Existent pot need not born. என்னதான் சொல்ல வேண்டிப்போ? What do you want to say? அதே மாதிரி this world is created. If you say, I am asking which world? It is a non-existent world, now it is created. இப்போ சொன்னா non-existent world cannot originate. A non-existent world cannot originate. Newly originated creation, previously it was not originated, now it is originated. Originated and born. Non-existent world is born. How a non-existent world can born? It cannot. No. Existent world only born. Existent world need not born. Therefore what? Go. Where? Not from the class. You are not able to stand to my arguments. That's what he says. Aprasiddhatvat. Since birth, utpadasya aprasiddhatvat sarvam udahrutam. Since birth is not established logically, dream world is a thought from your own mind. Just as the dreamer is not newly born, it is only a thought from your mind. Similarly, this world is not born separately, it is a thought from your mind. Your mind's projection. Entire universe is your mind's projection. But that is pratibhasika satyam, that is vyavaharika satyam. That is the difference. This is vyavaharically real, that is projected reality. அந்த பொருளும் மனசு தாட் தான், இதுவும் மனசு தாட் தான். பட் இட் இஸ் கொஞ்சம் டேஞ்சிபிளி அவைலபிள். அது சூக்ஷ்மமா இருக்கு, இது கிராஸா இருக்கு. அவ்வளவுதான் டிஃபரன்ஸ். Therefore he says ajam. Therefore it should be to be birthless. Brahman is birthless. The world is nothing but an appearance of Brahman. அது என்ன சுவாமி தெரியவே மாட்டேங்கிறது என்ன? As a waker he can never know. Understand? As waker you can never say Brahman. As waker you understand, I am Brahman, I am Jagat Adhishthanam. Jagat Adhishthanam Brahma Hamasi. I am giving existence to every object in the world. நானே இல்லைன்னா எக்ஸிஸ்டன்ஸே கிடையாது. நான் என்ன, எந்த நான்? ஓசியா ஆர்சியா? ஓசி, துரிய ஆத்மா. Therefore what? Therefore you have to bhutat. The logic he is giving in the second line. Bhutat abhudasya sambhavaha na kathanchana asti. Bhutat means an existent. Bhutat means an existent creation. Abhutasya kathanchana na sambhavati. Birth of a non-existent entity out of an existent entity does not take place anywhere. That means what? This world is unreal, non-existent, really. It cannot come out of that Brahman who is existent. Bhutat means the one who is existent. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma is Trikale api tishtati tat Satyam Brahma Turiya Atma. From that real existent Brahman, real world can never come. But this world என்ன? அதுதானே சொல்றேன். இது lower order of reality, அது higher order of reality. அதனால from higher order, lower order cannot come. Lower order means what? Vyavaharika satyam. From paramarthika satyam, vyavaharika satyam cannot born. Just as from a waking lady, a dream boy born is real or unreal? Unreal. From dream person, a real waker, real son can born. Both of order of realities are different. Therefore, that's why waking objects are not useful in dream. Dream objects are not useful in waking state. Enna? Sandehama? Waking objects are not useful in dream. Dream objects are not useful in waking state. Why? Order of reality. That is a dream. This is waking world. Vyavaharika satyam, that is pratibhasika satyam. Order of realities are different. That's why when you are sleeping in the night, heavy rain comes in the dream, your body didn't get any wet. Why? And the water poi. In the order of reality is different. It cannot make the body wet. இப்போ ட்ரீம் ரெயின் இது வெட் பண்ண முடியலையா? இப்போ இந்த வாட்டர் இன்னைக்கு மழையில you are drenched in the rain. So this, when you drench in the waking world, the dreamer will get drenched. Never. Why? என்ன சுவாமினி இது நாங்க தெரியாதா? ஆர்டர் ஆஃப் ரியாலிட்டி. அதே மாதிரி இந்த வேக்கர் இஸ் ஆர்டர் ஆஃப் ரியாலிட்டி இஸ் டிஃபரெண்ட். த்ரீ ஆத்மா ஆர்டர் ஆஃப் ரியாலிட்டி இஸ் டிஃபரெண்ட். ஹவு போத் கேன் கம் அக்ராஸ்? They cannot come across. Hello, how are you? And சொல்ல முடியுமா என்ன? இப்போ dreamer can you talk to you? Dreamer can waker can address the dreamer, how are you? And waker and dreamer can never come across. இப்படி இவர் பாஸ் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்காரு ரைட் சைடுல, இவர் லெஃப்ட் சைடுல போயிட்டு இருக்காரு. how are you? மார்னிங் வாக் நல்லா பண்றியா? இவன் எல்லாம் பேச முடியுமா என்ன? They cannot come across. Similarly, Turiya Atma and Waker can never come across. Why? There are no two. Snake and rope walk together. Number snake. unreal snake. How are you, rope? And the rope is asking, how are you, snake? பேச முடியுமா? rope ஏதா snake, snake ஏதா rope. பேச முடியாது. They cannot interact. They cannot come closer also. Why? என்ன முடியவே முடியாது. இருக்கிற ஒண்ணுதான். Similarly, Vakar alone is Brahman. Vakar cannot be separate than Brahman. ஏன்னா there is nothing other than Brahman. So this Vakar who is understanding Turiya Atma, not body, mind, complex, wife, husband, even Vishwam. அந்த லட்சார்த்தம் எடுக்கணும். பாடி மைண்ட் காம்ப்ளெக்ஸ் விட்டுட்டு அந்த ஓசின் மாத்திரம் அப்படியே மூனப் பண்ணி ஐ ஆம் துரிய ஆத்மா, திஸ் பாடி மைண்ட் இஸ் மை லோவர் நேச்சர், ஜஸ்ட் ஐ இன்டராக்ட் வித் திஸ் இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட். இப்படி புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். துரிய ஆத்மா வி கேனாட் கிராஸ்ப். ஜஸ்ட் லைக் ஹவுஸ் ஒய்ஃபா உட்கார்ந்து ஆர்டினரி ஹஸ்பண்ட், மிசரபிள் வைஃப், என்ன துரிய ஆத்மா எங்க புரியும்? You have to elevate yourself. You detach like அந்த பாம்பு சட்டை விட்டுன மாதிரி உடம்புல இருந்தே அது விட்டுடும். நம்ம விட வேண்டாம். விடாமல் உடம்புல இருந்தே நான் உடம்பு இல்லை, மனசு இல்லை, ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் இல்லை, அது உடம்புக்கு தான் எனக்கு இல்லை, நான் துரிய ஆத்மான்னு சொல்லணும். பூதாத் துரிய ஆத்மா அகம் abhutasya non-existent creation, how can it can come? Rope is asking, a non-existent snake, how it can born from me? Rope is asking. Like that, I, the Turiya Atma, should ask, what? From me, the Turiya Atma, how an unreal creation can come? But then that, why it is appearing? Because of your ajnana. Because of your ignorance, it is appearing. That is why you are studying Mandukyopanishad. அந்த அஜ்ஞானம் போகிறதுக்காக தான் மாண்டூக்யோபனிஷத்தை படிக்கிறோம். இது எப்போதான் வரும் சுவாமினி? அந்த நாளும் வந்துடாதோ என்ன? வரும் கண்டிப்பா, ஏன் வராது? நெக்ஸ்ட் காரிகா 39. அசஜ்ஜாகரிதே திருஷ்ட்வா ஸ்வப்னே பஷ்யதி தன்மயः असत् स्वप्नेऽपि दृष्ट्वा च प्रतिबुद्धो न पश्यति. There are two mithyas now. One mithya is the dreamer, another mithya is waker. How? He says, जागरिते असत दृष्ट्वा तन्मयः स्वप्ने पश्यति. Seeing the unreal world, whatever you see in the waking world, only you are seeing in the dream. Jagarite asat drishtva means unreal objects he is seeing. Okay, you are seeing pot now. You see the pot in the dream. Okay. What you see in the pot in the waking state is real? Is it real? Are you seeing real pot or unreal pot? புரியறதா? அதுதான் சொல்றார். அசத்து ஜாகரிதே திருஷ்ட்வா ஸ்வப்னே பஷ்யதி என்றார். இல்லாத பாட்டு பாத்தி கனவுல வந்தது என்ன? பாட்டே இல்லையப்பா, நான் இருக்கிறது கிளேன்னு தான் சொல்றேன். இல்லை சுவாமி, பாட்டு இருக்க சுவாமி. என்ன இப்போ யோசே பாட்டு இருக்க, நான் சொல்றேன் கிளே இருக்கன்னு சொல்றேன். நான் சொல்றது கரெக்டா, நீ சொல்றது கரெக்டான? அப்போ ரெண்டு பேருமே கரெக்ட். என்ன I say clay is, you say pot is, suppose. Both of us are right. If both of us are right, what you have to do? You take pot, I take clay. Enna both of us right, no? Both of us right. You say pot is there, I say clay is there. Therefore both of us right, therefore you take pot, I take clay. Is it possible? Is it possible at any time? At any place? In California it is possible, in Australia it is possible. Nowhere, no person can take pot and clay separately. Like that, you are seeing asat, illada oru part. You are seeing asat. இதே பாட்டு இங்க என்ன பார்க்கிறேன்? சொப்னம்ல பார்க்கிறேன். சொப்னம்ல பார்க்கும்போது பொய். இப்போ அது எப்படி? இப்படி சத்தியம் எப்படி ஆக முடியும்? அதனால் அசத் ஜாகரித்தை திருஷ்டுவா சொப்னே பஷ்யதி. எல்லா பொருள் அப்படிதான். Golden chain you are talking. Chain is nothing but gold. There is no desk called other than wood. There is no chain called separate from gold. Gold alone, another name. Nama Rupa. Avladhan. Asti bhati priyam rupam. Namachet amsha panchakam adyatrayam brahma rupam. Jagadrupam tatodvayam. This is called anirvachaniyam. Inexplicable. Anirvachaniyam. Sannapya sannapyubhayatmikano bhinnapya bhinnapyubhayatmikano sangapya nangapyubhayatmikano mahadbhuta anirvachaniya rupa. Anirvachaniyam. The world is anirvachaniyam. You cannot explain whether it is really there or not. No one can establish the world is there. Anirvachaniyam. Irukra madhiri theriyirudhu enna? Logically you see it is unreal. Shruti sollinde irukka eppolundo namakku mutthukka maatom. I am experiencing no. Shrutikku theriyadu, teacherku theriyadu, enakku da theriyum. Enna theriyum? Indha paattu satyam enna. Paattu eppadi poyo? I, the human being, so and so name you are writing, no? இந்த விசிட்டிங் கார்டு பேர் வச்சுன்னு நான் சொல்றேன். நீ ஆர் யூ ஹேண்ட், ஆர் யூ லெக், ஆர் யூ ஹெட், ஆர் யூ போன்ஸ், ஆர் யூ ஃபிளஷ், ஆர் யூ பிளட்? வாட் யூ ஆர்? டெல் மீ நவ், ரியலி ஸ்பீக்கிங். அந்த ஓசி பக்கத்தில் வச்சுடுங்க. இந்த ஆர்சி, RM1, RM2, RM3, இஃப் யூ கோ ஆன் என்கொயர், அனலைஸ், there is no entity at all. That is Brahman alone actually. நம்ம என்ன ஆச்சுன்னா இதுதான் சத்தியம் நினைச்சுன்னு இருக்கோம். Part when I see, I lose the sight of clay. When I attract toward the shape of the pot, ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கு. சுவாமி எங்க வாங்கியிருக்காளோ, எப்படி வாங்கியிருக்க, இப்படியே பாட்ல போயிடுச்சுன்னா கிளே மேல மனசு திருஷ்டி போகாது. புரியுறத? நம்ம இந்த பாட் நல்லா இருக்கு, ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கு, கலர் ஷேப் நல்லா இருக்கு, நம்ம வீட்டில் வச்சுனா ஷோ கேஸ்ல ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்குமே. அப்போ யுவர் திருஷ்டி இஸ் டிஸ்ட்ராக்டட் ஃப்ரம் வாட்? கிளே. யுவர் திருஷ்டி இஸ் நாட் கான் டுவர்ட்ஸ் கிளே. யுவர் திருஷ்டி ஒன்லி டுவர்ட்ஸ் மித்யா நாம ரூபா. சிமிலர்லி வென் யூ லுக்கிங் அட் த மிரர், மை ஹைட்டு, வெயிட், கண்ணு, அழகு, நோசு, முக்கு, ஹேர், கர்லிங் ஹேர், நெயில்ஸ், இதெல்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு இருந்தேன்னா யூ வில் மிஸ் த துரிய ஆத்மா. From childhood we are carried away by this body, flesh, blood. Purisham motram da irka body enna body? Visit walking toilet. This is. What is this body? Walking toilet. இது போய் நான் எப்படி ஆக முடியும்? கண்ணாடி பார்த்தா இதுதான் பார்க்கணும். Not to give reality to that unreal body. ஹேர் கொஞ்சம் இப்பதான் வெள்ளை வெள்ளையா வருது, இதுதான் கொஞ்சம் எப்படியாவது கொஞ்சம் ஏதாவது ஹென்னா போடலாமா, என்ன டை போடலாம், ஓகே போட்டுக்கோ பரவாயில்ல, ஆனால் பொய்யன்னு நினைச்சு போட்டுக்கோ, தப்பில்லை, இது பொய்தான். பட் ஐ நோ இட் இஸ் அன்ரியல். பல்லு செட்டு வச்சுக்கோ வேணுமன்னா, கான்டாக்ட் லென்ஸ் வச்சுக்கோ வேணுமன்னா, டசன்ட் மேட்டர். ஆஃப்டர் கிவிங் அன்ரியாலிட்டி டு தட் யூ கேன் டூ தி அட்ஜஸ்ட்மெண்ட்ஸ் ஃபார் விவகாரா. Nothing wrong in that. But by giving reality and suffering, ஐயோ வெள்ள ஹீர் வருது, பல்லு ஆடிண்டு இருக்கு, முட்டி வலி இருக்கு, ஐயோ இது மாதிரி வருது, அப்புறம் பிபி வருது, அது வருது, என்ன இதெல்லாம் வந்துட்டே இருக்கும். அழுதுண்டே இருப்பியா எத்தனை நாள்? Accept this, no? Its limitation. I am not that, I am Turiya Atman. But people don't listen so care that much easily. Pashyati ennaru. Kim pashyati? Asat jagarite drishtva swapne pashyati. Asat drishtva swapne api pratibuddha na pashyati. Once you saw certain objects in the dream, pratibuddha pashyati va na pashyati va. Once you wake up, do you see dream objects? You don't see. Anyone of you see dream objects after waking up? Similarly, you don't see as what? Real. But you remember or not? You remember, but you don't see them really. As real. You don't see. Similarly, Turiya Atma Jnani never see them as real. He sees them. He sees the body, he sees his own body, he sees the objects. இல்லு தெரியும், வீடு தெரியும், எல்லாமே தெரியும், சாப்பாடு தெரியும். ஆனாலும் எப்படி தெரியும்? அன்ரியலா தெரியும். உங்களுக்கு ரியல் ட்ரீம் ஆப்ஜெக்ட்ஸ் அன்ரியலா தெரியறதா இல்லையா? இப்போ ஞாபகம் இருக்கா இல்லையா? ஞானிக்கு கூட அப்படிதான். ஸ்வப்னே பிரதிபுத்தா ந பஷ்யதி. ஸ்வப்ன ஆப்ஜெக்ட்ஸ் he will not see. Next Karika. नास्त्य सद्धेतुकमसत् सदसद्धेतुकं तथा सच्च सद्धेतुकं नास्ति सद्धेतुकमसत्कृतः. Again, same previous Karikas, like same presentation. The first statement is Asat asadhetukam na asti. Asadvastu cannot produce asadvastu. Unreal cause cannot create unreal effect. Number one. Then tatha sat asadhetukam. Asadvastu cannot produce sadvastu. Asadvastu cannot produce sadvastu. Sadvastu na bhavati. Examples I will give you later. Sat cha saddhetukam na asti. Sadvastu need not produced by another sadvastu. Sadvastu need not be produced by another sadvastu, or existent effect need not be created from another existent entity, cause. Fourth one, kutaha asataha saddhetukam. How can there be a non-existent effect from the existent cause? இது எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ் வச்சுட்டு ஒன்று ஒன்று பார்க்கணும். இருக்கிற பாட்டு பிறக்கிறதா, இல்லாத பாட்டு பிறக்கிறதா? Does non-existent part is born or existent part is born? From existent it is born or from non-existent it is born? இதில் 4 ஸ்டேட்மெண்ட்ஸ். ஒன்று ஒன்றுக்கு ஒரு ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள். அந்த எக்ஸாம்பிள் மாத்திரம் ஜஸ்ட் ஐ வில் டெல் யூ. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இஸ் from rabbit horn a sky flower cannot born. Non-existent, non-existent. From rabbit horn, a sky flower cannot be born. Then for second thing, pot cloth cannot come. From pot, cloth cannot come. From rabbit horn, pot cloth cannot come. From non-existent rabbit horn, pot cloth cannot born. From rabbit, pot cloth cannot born. From rabbit horn, pot cannot be born, cloth cannot be born. This is second example. For third example is from pot, from existent pot, an existent pot need not be born. From pot, another pot is born? No. From pot, pot cannot be born. For fourth one, example is from pot, rabbit horn cannot be born. From pot, rabbit horn cannot be born. Poduma confusion? Next week I will clarify. Purnamadah purnamidam purnat purnamudachyate purnasya purnamadaya purnamevavasishyate ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. హరి ఓం. శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. హరి ఓం.